Good afternoon, Durham. This is Rod Jenkins, Director of the Durham County Department of Public Health. By now, you're used to seeing these videos providing much needed updates on COVID-19 and Mpox. And although they continue to be important health issues within our community, today's video is going to be on a different subject. Many of you have heard and are concerned about a former Duke student's recent report on lead found in the soil in certain areas of 3 of Durham's parks. And many have reached out to the health department and the city of Durham and Durham Parks and Recreation to learn more about the risks to your health and what is being done about it. Today I'm providing more information on this topic and our department's role to date because the safety of our residents is a top priority that we take very seriously. The city manager's office first received this student's report in early June 2023, which shared their findings of lead in the soil in certain areas of Walltown, East End, and East Durham parks. The city of Durham has since contracted with North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality certified environmental assessment experts, Mid-Atlantic Associates, for an independent scientific study of the soil in the 3 parks identified in the student report. This study will also examine the soil in Lyon and Northgate parks based upon historical accounts of the lead use prior to becoming parks approximately 70 years ago. The city of Durham leads and continues to monitor this investigation with Mid-Atlantic Associates, which began their work on June 19th, with soil sampling now underway beginning the week of July 17th. These assessments are expected to take approximately 45 to 50 days, and at that time, Mid-Atlantic Associates will submit their findings to the state and to the city of Durham along with any recommended next steps. After this assessment is completed, we will work alongside the city and the state to take any needed next steps. In the meantime, please note the areas identified in the student report as needing additional testing are not high traffic areas or playgrounds. Maps like this one identifying the areas in need of further assessment and their proximity to play or recreational areas can be found on the Durham Parks and Recreation website. But of course, it is still good to know how to protect your children from lead. The most important thing to know is that the most common way children are exposed to lead is in the home. Homes built before 1978 likely contain lead-based paint. When the paint peels and cracks, it makes lead dust. When children are exposed to this, they can breathe in or swallow lead dust, and this is a common source of childhood lead exposure. Other common sources include lead water pipes, jewelry and toys, or certain spices. Although harmful levels of lead exposure are more likely to occur at home than in public soil, there are steps you can take to protect your children from exposure. Teach and supervise your children to prevent them from swallowing soil, since swallowing large amounts of soil can have harmful effects. Also, be sure your kids and the whole family remove your shoes before walking through your home to avoid bringing any outdoor contaminants indoor. And wash hands frequently with soap and water, especially after playing outdoors and before eating. Children less than 6 years old are at greater risk than most adults for harmful effects of lead exposure because their body's nervous systems have not yet fully developed. If you are concerned about childhood lead poisoning, reach out to your child's primary care provider for testing. This testing is usually covered by Medicaid and private insurance. The health department can provide screening events for groups of children ages 6 months to 6 years old at daycares, childcare centers, or other community locations upon request from the facility's owner or manager. But please note that blood lead testing is not available here at the health department. We hope this helps answer some of your questions and concerns about the current ongoing soil assessment for lead in 5 of the city's parks. As the city of Durham continues to lead this work, they have a dedicated webpage to providing ongoing up-to-date information about the testing and answering frequently asked questions. You can find this webpage at dprplaymore.org. You can also visit our website at decopublichealth.org/lead for information and educational resources about how lead exposure occurs, how to get your children or home tested, and how to stay safe. At this time, we await the results of the city's assessment to determine what risks exist or what remediation may be necessary, and we will continue to work alongside the city and the state when we learn what, if any, next steps are needed when they receive the results of the assessment within the coming weeks. Thank you very much.